What's up, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. It is 10 times now. It's your boy Coach Ja in the building. Waiting for my man AJ to come on through. I'm trying to set up the IG so y'all don't mind me. Um, uh, Trying to get up the IG right now. Y'all hold on a second. You know, sometimes technology don't want to work with you. But we'll work it out. Anyway, sorry for the brief timing. Let me set this up here and wait for AJ to come on through. Man, it's going to be a long night tonight. It's going to be a packed night tonight. We have a lot of things going on tonight that y'all need to be ready for. And if you're not ready, we're going to help you get ready. That's just how we work. So let me set this IG up real quick. And get my man AJ in here. And we're going to see how it's going to pop. Welcome, IG. It's your boy, Coach Ja in the building. It's 10 times down, waiting for my man AJ to come on through. And we're going to set it, man. Y'all know how we do. It is Thursday. We got plenty to talk about, plenty of things to discuss, and so on and so forth. And y'all just come on in the room, man, and relax and chill. I got my little situation going right here, but I'm feeling it. I'm digging it. It's all love. It's all gravy. You know how they say it's all gravy, right? Yeah, man. We have a lot to talk about. I'm waiting on AJ. He should be in any second now. I don't know if he's on live, but if he is, I'll send him a message. I doubt that he's on just yet. Okay, looking for the link. Scroll. I'll scroll up. Okay, let me try to do this again. Because he can't find the link. Hold on. Let me help him. Let me help my brother out because he can't find the link. Let me help my brother out. Let's see if I can get this straight. And maybe we could work it out like this. Samuel Rain in the building, my brother. What's good? Okay, AJ, you got it. Okay. There you go. Now, I was saying that I know I sent it. Now,
yeah, but we just sent so much stuff through today. That link was way up there.
Man, I said, wait a minute. That's what I said. I said, well, you know what? Let me just scroll back up and just go ahead and copy paste it again and did that. Man, thank y'all for tuning on IG. I'll be going back and forth. Okay, I got my phone here, computer here. Try to get y'all to come on YouTube. If you come on YouTube, if you can't or don't want to, that's fine. When that Zoom call, it starts at 9, brother. So look at it. It should tell you when the Zoom starts at 9 o'clock. So be ready at 9. Yeah, AJ, man. So yeah, AJ. First of all, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm excellent, man. I've been so excited all day, man. I'm ripping and running. My mind is playing antics on me. I'm trying to figure out. I say, let me get ready. You see my shirt? Where it go?
Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with that. So I got the perfect shirt on today. My shirt says "Put me in, Coach."
Yeah,
Shout out to my son. It's his birthday, man. Happy birthday to my son.
Happy birthday for sure, man. I was working on something. I got a phone call a minute ago. I'm like, I'm trying to get ready for the show. I'm like, I'm getting my wits clothes together, getting my jaw clothes together. And I'm like, okay. Got the phone call. I'm like,
you got to get your wits clothes together and your jaw clothes together.
Yeah. Different settings. You don't know anything about that. You don't know.
No, I ain't grown up yet. I ain't get there yet.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to get my Instagram live together. Let me see what we got on here. Make sure this works. Okay. I ain't got no. What's up? It's 10 times now. I ain't typed it in. It ain't typed in. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on today.
I'm telling you, on YouTube channel right now. And come on through. Come on through the YouTube channel so you can come on and copy paste and send messages up in here. And that's what it's going to be right now.
what's up, Instagram? It's Thursday. 10 times
It's
now.
Thursday. And we got a long night ahead of us, right? Like first it's going down right here. After this, it's going down. AJ Houston, Mr. Witz, One Zoom, Poethon, History versus History. Like if you don't know what history is, you need to be at this Zoom so you can see the history that's gonna be dropped in this poetic historical form.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm just anxious.
Listen, I am not even gonna be able to listen. How am I supposed to sleep after all of this shit go on today? That's what
sleep.
I want.
What you talking about sleep?
I'm not gonna be able to sleep because my mind's gonna be all over the place. Then my daughter not gonna let me sleep. Man.
I gotta have two folders. One folder for us right now. I got Sin's beard on here. Sin, y'all check it out. I'm on here on 10 times now with Coach Ja. We're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna come back. Then it's gonna be me and Mr. Witz on Zoom. So hit Ja up. So slide in your $10. We're actually giving 5 prizes away. 5 prizes to one person. One person can win 2 of my books, and 2 of Granny's Boys gear. So your entry fee is 1 entry. Your entry fee is 1 entry for sure. Your entry fee is 1 entry, and if you send a link out or post it on your page, that's another entry. So we're gonna have a drawing. Somebody in the Zoom tonight is gonna win 5 prizes. It's actually the Black Book of Black, Let Us Write, Mass Poets Book, 2 items from the Granny Boys gear. So one person is gonna receive 5 items. Because we're not going to break it down to where 5 people win. It's going to be one person. So you need to get some other people in there. You need to send it out, send the link out. So, yeah.
Listen, AJ just hooked somebody up with about $250 worth of shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, for $10, you
can't buy it.
$10 worth of shit.
No, $10 can't buy it. No matter what $10 can't buy it.
$10 can't buy you a damn thing. A damn sure can't buy you all this shit. Man. So,
damn.
What happened?
I was trying to find something. I said, I need something for this show, and I need, trying to save all other stuff. So I remember the title to this piece, but I didn't remember the piece. So once I started reading the piece, it was like, oh, that's the name of the piece I've been looking for. kind of like you the other day say, your aunt wanted you to read the piece, and you said, I'm trying to find it.
I'm trying to find it. Now I was looking all over for that damn piece.
No, but this piece, I just the opening. This is the opening line to the piece, right?
Okay.
It says, "I spent years praying on bended knees, tracing the lifelines in the palms of my son's right hands."
Dang. That's how we gonna start the night off.
That's how we're gonna start. That's how we gotta do it, man. It's gonna be one of them days.
Yeah, evidently. Shit, evidently. My Cash App is available. It's Coach Ja Smalls is the Cash App. And if you send it there, then I'll send back send it there, and then I can send you the link back into your in your IG. So if you send it and then send me a copy of it to my IG so I know to send it to you. Because while I'm on the show, I'm be on here right after this show, we're going into that Zoom. So yeah, send it that way so I get it fast. So when I go through here, I can do it while we're on this show. You'll have it be ready by 9 o'clock.
But Ja, I was listening to a couple of things on the news while I was starting through the close, and I was listening to how Texas is done. See my family in Texas. My sister, her power was out for 36 hours. I tried to call my other 2 sisters, but one of them didn't have power. The other one probably I couldn't get the phone, so I left him a message. Called my sons, but my brother went live. He was talking about how a lot of areas around him, he lived close to downtown, so he had power. But a lot of areas around him don't have power. Gotcha. But I was listening to the governor and the ex-Texas governor talk about the problem was the green power. And the green power is probably 13% of Texas. See, Texas has its own grid.
Right.
That they haven't been maintaining. But they tried to say that the green power, that was what was going out. But then there was a report that said that the green power was 95% strong. So everything they're saying is just such an outright lie that we were just talking about how we need all these people to register to vote because we need to start making a list. You know how Santa makes a list?
Right. And he check it twice?
Yeah, check it twice. Yeah, I check it twice. You know Crumpus? You know what Crumpus do when he come through? He leaves some coal. He leave a lump of coal on it. I think it's some governors ought to get a lump of coal. It's some senators need to get a lump of coal. I think there's a whole lot of people going to look up and try to figure out what this lump of coal is. It ain't for your fireplace.
It ain't for your fireplace. But AJ, listen, on top of that, one of the state representatives, that son of a bitch went down to Cancun, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was in Cancun until he heard everybody was talking about them, came back.
He said, no, I was coming back.
Yeah. He said, I had to leave Texas. They ain't got no power.
This joker done went. Now you in charge of this state. You went and flew you and your family to Cancun and ain't told nobody nothing.
Because they don't care. They don't care. If nobody knew or saw him, he was hoping didn't nobody see him.
He was hoping nobody saw him. He said, oh yeah, I got my mask on. They ain't gonna know it's me.
But then they remembered his no vote.
Yeah.
They didn't know who he was till that no vote showing through that mask.
Then they said, oh. That's
a no vote right there. That's a no vote. And where you from? Texas? Yeah. Where all the power's out?
Nigga can't get a vacation. Nope, Stephon, he can't get no damn vacation.
But see, what I'm trying to figure out is, now imagine things been hard all over. A lot of people, probably got freezer full of food. Got all this food that they've been saving up because they know needed it.
Yeah.
Now the power's been out. Although it's cold outside, doesn't mean that your freezer maintain the temperature it needs to do to maintain this food.
Right.
So I think we're gonna have a bunch of cases of COVID because it's a whole lot of people. Whole lot of people going to have some get-togethers in the backyard, some backyard barbecues, and some street parties or something. You can't throw the food away. And
it's a whole lot of coal out there.
Oh no, it's a whole lot of coal.
Man.
It's a whole lot of coal. And we ain't talking about Crumpus coal. We talking about weather coal.
I feel bad for some people. Stephon talking about, hell, I would have left too.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have did all the bad stuff before leaving.
Before then, right? If he knew that that's what it was going to be.
You see, leaving ain't the problem. It's the smell that followed you when you left.
Wow.
That you couldn't get away from.
That you could not get away from.
It followed you from D.C. all the way home.
Wow. Wow.
Gizzy McFizzy.
Follow his monkey ass from wow. Yes, Stephon, I'm snitching.
That's what everybody else was saying. Like you vote no and leave.
Here's the funny thing that I did. I posted on Facebook. I said, question of the day is, if the sun is in space, how come there's no light in space, nor is there a beam shooting towards the earth? Oh, I know they hate me now. They really hate me. The atmosphere gives us light. Somebody just put the solar system up there, whatever that means. Somebody said they've been asking that question. Somebody said it could be humans don't see light. We see what light is reflected off of. Okay, maybe. Okay. Somebody said for us to perceive light, it must fall from an object. And somebody said, I've always been curious, but this is beyond my level of intelligence. And that's what
Good answer.
That's the best one on there.
Because I was talking to a flat earther, right?
A flat earther.
No, that's what he called himself, a flat earther. Wow. Believe in flat earth. So I was trying to figure out, say, by now, don't you think some people would have walked off the edge of this place?
By now. It had to be some slaves that fell off the edge trying to run away from slavery by now. You mean Harriet Tubman knew not to go but so far?
Yeah, so far, she just traveled right to the edge and dropped him off and went back.
You can't go over there. No, sir.
So I'm saying, could somebody tell me what a flat earther is? Sinsbury, tell me what a flat earther is and how you find reasoning in that logic.
In your flat eartherness.
yeah, and that.
Tell me what a flat earther is.
What is the flat earth and how you find reasoning in that logic? Because
Yeah,
I really want to know where a lot of these things come from. And, like QAnon, they got all these beliefs and they believe all these things happen. And you got all these other things where they believe stuff happen. And I'm like, so how much logic goes into building this theory that you got? Or do you make your theory void of logic?
Your theory just found a way to, like when you get an itch, you didn't know you had feeling back then. That's where their theory comes from. what I don't understand is, it's just like people going into space. I don't believe they landed on the moon. I don't believe none of that shit. Mars, Pluto, I don't believe none of it. Now maybe they did. Who am I to argue? My thing is, I ain't going. So I'm not really that damn concerned if you really made it or not. I just know that first picture you being on the moon with the aluminum foil and the flag blowing in the wind is bullshit, because how you get wind when you ain't got no air?
The fan.
Yeah. Yeah, right down there in Texas with that damn Ted Cruz when his ass.
Yeah, the fan is making the wind blow. I'm not saying they didn't go or they did go. I'm just saying that I'm really not that interested because it didn't do nothing for me. I ain't writing no poem about it.
And I'm not getting no damn aircraft trying to take my ass up there.
Yeah, I ain't writing a poem about it. I didn't try to see. I didn't go down to Nassau looking on moon rocks.
But AJ, wait a minute. Let's think about this for a minute, right? They got to put all this space shit on and oxygen and shit because they can't breathe, right? When you get on the moon, they floating around and shit, bouncing on the moon, and the flag is doing like this in the air, in the wind. But it ain't no air up there. So what in the hell is making the flag blow like this?
It's leaning toward Earth. That's the gravity. That's the pull of the flat Earth gravity.
That's the flat earthers talking about.
Yeah, the pull of the flat Earth gravity is pulling it. Man, check it out, y'all. Man, we got it. We got to get these folks interested, man, because y'all have no idea. Because I was trying to explain how wits write to people yesterday. I was saying, okay, a wits poem is like. It's like there's a tongue twister that your tongue cannot untwist. And you're trying to read it. And you're trying to make sense of it. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to you, but when you hear it, it makes so much sense. It's like I kind of wish I had made that kind of sense when I thought I was making sense.
Look, it don't make sense to you, but your spirit can't go to sleep now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're looking at you like, Fred Sanford, you big dummy. Yeah.
There's a rumbling in your bones.
I'm listen, I don't know who. I've got a front seat, so I don't know about nobody else. I'm hosting, so I got a front seat. Okay, cool. I got you. I seen your Cash App go through. Y'all better get yourselves together and get ready for the Zoom. I'm gonna tell you like this. You can wait till the last minute when the shit get going. Don't be, oh man, I was waiting to get in the room for a long time. I'm not bringing you in the middle of somebody's poem so you have all that noise in the background in your car and shit. I'm not doing that. So what I'm advising you to do, get there and get your shit early. Get it early. Get it early. Quill, DM me real quick so I ain't got to look for you. Send me a DM and I'm going to send you the link right now through your DMs, okay? And I'm advising y'all to get there, man, because listen, you got Mr. Witz and AJ. That if you don't do nothing else, get in the Zoom, close your damn mouth, get you a pen and a piece of paper, and just get ready. Learn you some shit.
Okay, but check it out. I'm starting it. I'll tell you, I found this poem that I didn't even know this was the title to the piece.
Okay.
I was looking for some concepts in the poem because I wanted to read the poem again because I was working on something. I wanted to make sure it didn't sound similar to the poem I wrote years and years ago. But the title of this poem is Heavenly Conversation.
Okay.
Which is almost a conversation with heaven, which is the title of the poem I just wrote yesterday.
Wow.
Which I didn't know, but when I saw it, I'm like, let me look at it. It says, I spent years praying on bended knees, tracing the lifelines in the palms of my son's right hands. If heaven still cares for children, heaven must have forgotten their birthdays. I need to talk to God, not to ask specific questions or seek answers I've been swimming through pools of pain to find. All my life, I've lived 3 doors from secrets, 2 closets from truth, One line from perfection. It was you who taught me to write. Stripped down to my soul, needed you to hear me as you heard the voice of Adam. Bare with no interruptions, I spoke clearly, standing close to the pond than any trees. There would be no claim of coercion, no slithering sonnets of serpent lies, no solemn poetic renditions of truth. I'm tired of singing I'm sorries and forgives me's as hymns, been broken into fragments even you couldn't make smaller. Puzzles can never build puzzles. I found pieces of me in the tears of my sons. Hugs and kisses over miles only translates as static. God, do you have a Facebook page?
Wow.
If so, can we please be friends? I would love to read your post. I hope you remember how you felt when you sent your son so far away from you. Mine are now gone, not as far as yours. I loaded my tongue with promises at their birth. Since they left, I've been shell-shocked. What bothers me is I've been dialing 1011, but nothing in heaven is an emergency. I can't help but recall the blessings you promised Abraham. He only had 2. There are 3 boys all alone, needing their father to help them grow. What am I to do with this collision in my chest? I am only bones and flesh, arms and fingers not long enough to reach them. Prayers can't help them with their homework. Down here, too many fathers are playing games with hearts, hide and seek with their children, patty cake on their faces, on the ones they are supposed to love. I refuse to be one of them. We all have our cross to bear. Remember the hollowness you felt when your son carried his. Not saying it's the same thing, but here we are. All need salvation. Moses said he couldn't. I'm learning as I go to speak well, chin up. All who followed him saw you in his staff. David wrote you love. I write you in kisses. Wow. In caressing paper, translated sorrows from lips of my ancestors. I'm not saying I'm Moses or David. Just walk with me as you did them. We're losing too many of our sons in this battle between good and evil. There are more Judases than Joshuas, and these Jericho walls are made of steel. Maybe Job's a better example. I failed at that one miserably, crumbling as manna in the desert. I could never be your Joseph or Isaac. I'm running short of faith. Hope isn't guaranteed, so grace has to be sufficient. John was made of stone. You made me of different metals, as strong as 2 towers we thought would never fall. You made me father to care for Caesar's lambs. I swear I will never be their lot and lead them to the slaughter. If I doubt you, call me Thomas. Sometimes I feel as Peter, sinking in dry land. With no hand outstretched to reach me, teach me to be Enoch or Ezekiel. Feed me grace in verses, patience through poetry, faith in 3 fish and 5 loaves. My sons have 7 petals with 8 octaves birthed in the belly of their throats. The voice of harps, they soothe me. I'd never be their Saul. I'll only chase away their sorrows. Give me the strength for their tomorrows. If they need more love, I'll gladly borrow. I'm sure by now heaven's been upgraded. There are smartphones all around you. You already know my number. Or call or text me when you get this. I need to know you're listening.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's the kind of night it's going to be.
But that was every biblical character I ever known, and what they did and what they were short of or what they were strong in.
I do a lot of poems. I write a lot of poems off of imagery. In fact, I do a lot of workshops based off of imagery. And I take people on journeys. And I was going like, because Witz and I talking about what we're doing for our show on the 27th. A lot of the poems are going to be poems that people haven't heard. I don't want to do shit y'all heard already. Then we're good as that, unless there's a request later on. And I'm revisiting a lot of those poems that are short poems because we're going to do just back to back. We ain't going to give them time to breathe. Have your fucking ink pen ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. Take your notes and we'll come back to you because we're just going to run off and then come back. And I'm just going over some ones that I saw and I can remember the images that I saw. And it amazes me how when you actually take the time to invest in whatever that memory is, you can actually detail right thing about that picture you see. And I was just looking at some today, man, and there's some stuff that ain't finished, but it's some stuff that I can go. I know the exact picture that I wrote from. You know what I'm saying? And I love it.
That's what a poem is supposed to be. A poem is supposed to be a moment,
right,
that you've trapped in your ink pen and you're trying to write it whole. So I'm trying to write these moments whole. I want you to see what I saw.
But I need you to see it through my
as I saw it. Yeah, I need you to see it as I saw it.
Yeah.
Exactly like I saw. I want you to know the color and the crack that was on the bottom left corner. Right. That I put that piece of gum I was eating on because I didn't want it to fall apart while I was looking at it.
I need you to understand the degree of squint I needed to focus in. You know,
the degree of squint.
The degree of
that has to be a scientific I guess data point.
It gotta be, man. It's gotta be.
What degree of squint did you use when you looked in the direction that the sun? What angle was the sun?
Like what? How hard did you squint your nose when you couldn't stand the way that smelled? Like you'd be like, oh man, your face just. Listen, y'all on IG. It's 10 times down. Me and AJ Word artists. We over here talking about everything. We talk about this event that's going on tonight. It's happening on Zoom. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, hit my Cash App, $10. I get you in. You also get to be in a draw, a live raffle. You'll be hitting your DM to tell you who run the raffle. You got a chance to win 5 items, books, and it's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss this opportunity. You don't want to miss the history that you're going to get. Mr. Wits and AJ at the same time. I'm not even ready for what's going down. I've been drinking water this whole time. I was going to take me, back in it, I guess when you're in the country and when you're young and there's a lot of people in the house, you just take the bucket and you put water and pine in it. So you got to go to the bathroom, just go in the corner of the room. I got a bucket I'm going to bring so I can be ready. I can't leave. I'm just trying to make sure that I keep myself well hydrated. Shit, I don't pass out.
Man,
I'm excited, man. I am excited. We got people that we got people that couldn't wait, and they were like the day of. They was like, "Yeah, I'm in there." We got more folks coming in. It is going to be one hell of a celebration, and I'm excited to be part of it, man. I'm telling you.
Man, I'm just so I don't know, man. I don't even know how to explain it, man, because I was like, okay, so I had to write a new. Mr. Witts had me so where I actually wrote a new poem yesterday.
Oh wow!
Because I said I gotta have something comparable to what my imagination think that he's gonna have. I don't think you heard me. I gotta have a poem comparable to what my imagination think he's gonna have.
Wow! I'm telling you, I'm glad that I got front row seat. That's all I'm saying. If you haven't gotten your ticket, I don't know what to tell you, but I got mine. I'm ready. I'm ready. Super ready.
Man, I was going through because Mr. Wood said, send me a list. I'm like, man, I'm working on Still Black, working on some other stuff, and I can't find the poem. I'm happy with every poem in the book and can't find the poem I want to, throw in a poem off against you.
And here's the thing. Probably half the shit y'all ain't gonna do anyway. You do some other shit, man. You know how it go. Like, I was gonna do this poem, man, but I got another one just for that one right there.
Yeah, like a slam. That's how we do a slam. You say, okay, we're gonna stand up. No, hear that poem? No, that poem you got with so and so in it. That's the
one. And that's another thing about slam that I had to learn how and when you send people up. Because sometimes you got to send your best poet up first. It just work like that. And then you can't send up. Can you resend the Zoom info? I don't see it anymore. It should be in your email, Miss Betty, but I'll resend it to you. I'm sending it to you now. But a lot of times you get in there and you have a poem and you're like, man, this is the poem I'm doing. This is it. I'm doing these 1, 2, 3, first, second, third round. You get up there, you hear that poet, and it ain't that the poet is good. It just changed the vibe. They might get a 26. You be like, man, I ain't doing that damn poem. Hell no, I'm gonna change this shit.
Now, sometimes you can hear how the crowd listens.
Yeah, they listen. Very important.
Because we don't we don't know what day you're having until we present you with the day we want you to have.
Right. And now it's like, oh, that's what we're talking about. Okay. My bad. We changed some shit up on you.
Yeah, man. There's always a chance that you could have picked right the first time. You just outguessed yourself.
Now that's the one. That's the hardest one to live with, because right after you, that usually happens when the poet after you does the kind of poem that you were just getting ready to do.
Yeah.
And now the crowd is in the damn. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, I was gonna do that one. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I like about slam. You just never damn know. You just never damn know. I could not do slam for a living.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I enjoyed, the reason I enjoyed slam so much, I enjoyed it because to me, it was a way, it alleviated your ability to write the whole hum poem, leave your ability to write a poem where you thought this hook was going to be dope, so you repeated it 3 times. or you had this line like, okay, you didn't hear me. Let me say it one more. No, it alleviated all that. We ain't got time for none of that. If you didn't say it right the first time, you should have wrote it right.
You wrote it right. Hey, Stefan, check your IG. I sent it to you. We talk about the Zoom that's going on tonight. AJ, Mr. Witts, history on history, the whole night long. It's all about them doing history. It's a Zoom going on. If you want to be a part of the Zoom, all you have to do is cash at me $10. I'll send you the link. And once you get the link, you'll be everybody who's bought a ticket, you are automatically going to be within a drawing where you're going to see is it 3 books total and some Granny's Boys?
Yeah, 3 books total. And 1 book is the Mass Poets book.
1 book is the Mass Poets book. I got to check this book out because I heard about
it. And 2 of my books, you know, the Black Book of Black, if you don't have it.
Look at
what you talking about, man?
Stefan, it's too late. We got that money. That money cash, bro.
No justice, no peace. What are you talking about? Change my shirt. What, he want to make one?
I don't know. He must be on the verge. Man. But yeah, there's so much I've loved about slam. Slam definitely increased my my pen movement. I will say that. And slam will teach you to write outside of what you're used to, because you can't write the same when you have to perform against people who are not reading a poem but actually performing a poem. Yeah. And so you can read it, but you better be reading it with some kind of show enough, because if not, you wasting your time. Just give them the money and go sit down. Don't even worry about it.
Now you better be reading it and your clothes fall off. So Witts can say, "Who naked up in here?" It better be something.
Who naked in here after that?
It better be something, because I'm gonna tell you, slam was so. To me, it was what it did. It made you think of how you needed to think. See, so I'm not saying you actually. I'm saying you thought of how you needed to think before you wrote the piece.
Right.
He said, I can't just start writing this piece like it's a game, like it's going to be fun. This piece has to be has to have a little bit of you in it, and okay, smile, okay, a little of your smile, okay, and you crying some of your tears.
Right.
All they got to be in this piece, because you got to understand that every poem you write, if there's no blood in it, it can't live.
It can't live. If
it's not your blood, it can't live. No, not for you.
The poem don't belong to you no more after you let it go. But here's what I will say about slam. I was a slam coach before I entered my first slam. So there's a lot I didn't know about it. Blackberry taught me very well though. But with less than 10 slams under my belt, I made final stage Slam Charlotte twice, and I made final stage in New Yorkers with less than 10 slams under my belt. Okay. I'm not saying that I won 10 slams, because I haven't won, but I've had 10 or less slams, and I made final stage. That for me is a win, because I'm going against people who this is what they do.
Yeah, it's been there for 10 years in New York.
And I'm saying
Ray Fomo Brown and Jai Poetic started hosting.
Yeah, and look, and I'm standing there right with you, bro. What you say, Mister? I got to take a bus to be considered a good poem, a good poet. I'm never gonna forget that, man. I need to write that poem. I'm sorry, but I didn't take the bus, and then read off my goddamn resume and my awards. That's what I need. That's the next poem I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write that for my show.
But I think my most telltale performance was at this place. It was Dallas Can Academy, because Dallas Can Academy had like 500 to 600 students in the auditorium. So they had some other speakers up. So when I came up, all the kids were in a frenzy and they were doing all this. So I'm coming up to do some poems. So I started talking to the kids first, and you heard this section be quiet, then this section be quiet, then that section be quiet, and then it's like silence moved around the room, and I could see the silence moving around the room, and it was perfect. So when I started doing poetry, you could see that the silence moved around the room into the noise moving around the room, and the noise was only me.
Wow. And
it was like, man, and that was really the first time I heard people listening, was children listening. And boy, children listen the loudest they listen louder than you've ever heard anybody listen. Because when children listen, they listen with their eyes, and their eyes are big, and they following you, and they look like they following your hand movements, and they following you walking like they're trying to step up before you step. And man, it was like I was just, and when I stopped there was a pause in the poem. I stopped, and there was nothing. I'm saying almost 600 children in the audience. I stopped, and there was nothing. No sound, no giggle, no talking, no teacher, no nothing. And I almost lost it. I had to find where I was.
He said, "Am I sitting or standing?"
Really? I had to find where I was, because I stopped, and there was nothing. I was like, okay. You know how you look up like somebody wrote the words on the ceiling? Like, okay, where that poem go?
That poem just jumped through the loop. But also, seniors listen like that too. Because I remember when I used to, man, one of my best experiences was when we were doing first Tuesdays at the senior book club, and we were supposed to read books and write poems based on the books. But hell, all the books they was reading, that's the kind of poetry I wrote anyway, so it didn't matter. I just needed the title and know what's going on. I got a poem for you. But the seniors listen to you in a way, and even though half of them couldn't say my name, they called me Josh. They just wouldn't say it. But
they close enough.
Yeah, close enough. They listen to. I even got a Christmas card with Merry Christmas, Josh. But they listen in a way that you remember their voices when you're writing your next poem. You know what I'm saying? You remember when this one said that one and that one said that one, and how they felt. And there was this guy, Sandy. Sandy was the only white person there in this book club, and we were talking. They were reading heavy books on slavery. We went to Ladder Plantation to visit some shit. I mean, heavy stuff. All the books was about racism. And Sandy said, he said to me, you know what? I've never read or heard poetry delivered as such. And I'm talking about he was kind of like you, AJ. He might not know what line the shit was, but he could quote it word for word. He'd write that shit down. He said, you said this. Man, I've never heard that before. You know what I'm saying? And that for me, I don't care if you hated my poem. If you be like, Ja, I heard your poems, but this one right here, I don't like this. I could respect that from you because I know that you listen to it with ears that don't belong to me, ears that I will never have. You know what I'm saying? And then and that's what I'm saying about seniors. They're listening on some ways that we hadn't even thought about.
Man, we got some people over here. What's up, Carolyn? Creative Corner. What's up, Massport? Miss Renee, what up? True Jabber. I don't know. That's the way it comes out. So what's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm here with Coach Ja 10 times now. We do this every Thursday.
Yeah. Come on, YouTube.
In 2 weeks is gonna be a podcast, so you're gonna be able to see it, feel it, hold it, join us, and throw some sounds in there and everything else. Yeah. But I appreciate you for coming through. We're trying to build this up. We do this every Thursday. Thursday, right about now. I'm in Las Vegas. He's in North Carolina. So we got this connection, this internet connection that streams both ways.
Yeah. And we're about trying to find out how we are going to change some shit. Notice what I'm saying, we. Because we got to stop forgetting we. It's the we factor that we keep forgetting. You know what's funny? If you think about it, our ancestors said we all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We's sick, boss.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing because they said it enough that we think they said it enough for us. But you got to remember, they didn't have a choice but to say it that way.
Yeah, because when I heard Malcolm say that in the speech, when I heard that speech, Malcolm say, he say the slave would say, "Is we sick, boss?" Like if the master sick, so is the slave. He'd say, and that's not the way it's supposed to go.
Down soul. We done. No hell, we ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a way to be. That is a hell of a way to be.
But I think right now is the perfect moment for us to see clear a path that we should take. Because if everybody say their vote don't count, when there was a vote that was 57-43, I don't have to reference what it was, but that vote counted. But the 57-43 didn't count as much as the people that didn't vote in the states that the 43 people came from.
Right.
See, wherever the 43 people came from, those votes are what counted. Those are votes that should count. Those are votes that we need to make sure they count next time.
Yeah.
Because we should have a list of people that we're going to call Krampus, have Krampus get them some coal. They ain't going to be back to D.C. after 2022 or whenever 2024, whenever their time is up. Because I think it's time that people see the reason people are afraid of Donald Trump. One reason people are afraid of Donald Trump because he say, I'm gonna have somebody run against you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay somebody. I'm gonna fund somebody to run against you. And shouldn't they be more afraid of us because there's more of us than him?
Yeah. It don't matter who he hired to run. If you come and just do what you're gonna do for us, we vote you in.
Yeah. So we're gonna start funding people to run against whoever it is, and we'll see if they can be as afraid of us. Caroline, I appreciate you coming through every time. And what's up?
Yeah. So I'm trying to get. I think Minnesota girl. I think Minnesota girl. I think that's her name. I need to check and see. Somebody just paid for the event tonight, and I think they be forgetting that I don't necessarily know your real name because I only see the screen name.
Man, I was telling people, it was a lot of people told me, I said, man, I already got my poet name. And I'm like, why? I said, cause I wanted a poet name. I'm like, why? I'm saying, if nobody knows who you are,
it don't matter.
They're not going to be able to find your poet name nowhere. Because you kind of need, okay, Trump helped the economy. Yeah. Now, he did help the economy, but he helped the economy in opposite fashion because there was a lot of things that could be done. But what he did give businesses back money, but the money he gave business, they didn't raise the minimum wage to $15. What they did is they went back, reinvested that money, bought back stock. So the stockholders could have more dividends and more funds.
Right.
So the way it works when you do that with no recourse, when you do that with no recourse or with no plan of action saying that this is why we're doing it, because most of the businesses that got all this money, they just bought back stock and then they got more money.
Trump didn't help the economy worth the shit. Who said that? First of all, how?
I'm saying Trump helped the economy. I'm gonna give her that. The economy was helped, but it didn't help the right part of the economy because the stock market is high.
Okay, so let's back up now. He helped some folks, absolutely.
He helped some folks, yeah.
He helped some folks. We gonna say
that. You know,
so we listen. Here, we got to stop pussyfooting around with it. Here's my thing. Okay, well, he didn't fucking help me. He didn't help my street. Let's say that shit.
No. He didn't help our community.
Okay, well, that's part of the economy, ain't it?
No, but I specified. I said what he did is when he gave the corporations and big businesses the stock breaks, the tax breaks, instead of them raising the minimum wage to $15, the way they're trying to do it right now, what they did is they went back and bought back their stock. So when they buy back their stock, they have less outstanding stock. So when the prices go up, they have more income. So when the stock market went up, they had more income. See, they lost those hundreds of millions of dollars when GameStop, because they was betting on GameStop to lose.
And GameStop,
people say we're gonna make GameStop gonna win, and they just wanted to show that it can be done. So then that lets you know that there's a problem when they say, "Ooh, we need to investigate that." Mm-hmm. But they've been doing it all this time because when the feds come on and say we think the S&P is going to go up and we think this, so people invest in it go up. Yeah. But I'm saying it only went up because you just told them that you think it's going to go up.
Listen, the only thing I give Trump credit for is showing us what real good old boy Americans think about everybody else.
That America is still America.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I'm giving him credit for. He fucking shit up. He can have credit for all of that because he fucked up a lot. The moment he snatched that money from the damn from the medical shit, that was it. Oh, we only got 2 or 3 people coming over here with coronavirus. Now, how many people dead from coronavirus? And you still got stupid ass people talking about the shit ain't real.
You know, there was a black lady in the store the other day. And she was yelling at a white guy, black lady with locks. Her daughter had to be about 23 or so. She was yelling at the white guy, talking about, you know, it's because she had a mask pulled down where her nose was open. You know, she's like, I can't breathe in this mask. You know, this is bullshit. Ain't nothing going on. This is all bullshit. Ain't no coronavirus. Ain't no this. And I'm standing right next to her, and I'm looking at her, and I'm not saying that. And I'm like, I'm hoping I can look at her and her mouth would just shrink and the words would stay in, but they wouldn't. And she kept talking about how it was wrong and how there's no coronavirus. And I'm like, I had 3 people close to me die from coronavirus. Yeah. I had coronavirus myself. My mother just had it. She's still sick. She's still recovering. And I'm like, so for people to run around talking about this, it's not so. It bothers me that if it don't affect you, you don't think it's real.
That's it. That's like people saying slavery.
People making $10 an hour, work for a small business who has a budget for $30 for employees per hour. Then his budget stays the same and wages go to. Okay, Caroline, we can have that conversation because I agree with you. I understand what you're saying, but see, it was a federal thing. They talking about federally first. Because hold on. No, wait, let me tell you. If 3 people make $10 an hour, they should be in the same household because that would give them just enough money to be able to live on.
That. But we still got to back it up. Trump didn't write that shit.
No, but she said 3 people. Responsible. Let me tell you what she wrote. She said, but what if 3 people making $10 an hour work for a small business who has a budget for $30 for employees per hour? Then his budget stays the same and wages go to $15 an hour. He has to let one go. But I understand that, Caroline. But the thing is we're looking at a booming market. We're looking at the infrastructure has never been invested in. Because I remember when President Obama was president, they were showing bridges in Texas that's falling down. They were showing roads that dilapidated in Tennessee and in Mississippi, where I was, and other places. And they were going to invest in the infrastructure that would build all these jobs and have all these jobs. So, but they didn't want to invest in the infrastructure. When Trump became president, he said he was going to have an infrastructure program. He never did. He gave the money to the corporations. So now everybody says it's a problem, but it's a problem when you have 3 people making $10 an hour from 3 different households, and they're all in the food line trying to get some food so they can feed their children, and they're trying to get subsidies to pay the insurance, not the insurance, but the heat, electricity, and gas.
Yeah.
So we're saying the same thing, but just spending it out over 3 people does not make their wages livable.
It doesn't.
See, something has to be done. So if you let one person go, but they get a job for $20 an hour, they did good. But see, we have to understand that we're always accepting what people tell us, the reason things are the way they are. Well, they need to be like this because, like, these corporations, you know, if you look at every corporation, these CEOs getting a $50 million severance, getting $20 million in stock, getting a private plane, getting all these other things because he been fingering women, been bumping up the women on purpose and making, you know. So they said, "Oh man, I didn't know he was doing this," but he got paid. See, to me, if that's what you're doing, you need to have your job cut off, your dick cut off, and you need to go to jail.
Yeah.
You don't need no severance pay. You don't need nothing. So until we actually start making people pay for what it is, just like there's more lawsuits against the X-Man that just left than Bill Cosby. Everybody's mad at Bill Cosby.
Exactly.
But he had the Justice Department hiding cases for him. But we're not saying anything. It's like, oh, he did that. See, the thing is we will accept something when a white person does it. I know that. That's why I taught in public schools in South Louisiana for 29 years. Education matters. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, Caroline, I really appreciate you coming through. And I'm saying I love teachers. I think teachers need to be paid like they need Michael Jordan money.
Exactly.
Teachers need that LeBron James money.
Yeah.
Because they're spending their own money to buy supplies for the students that can't afford supplies.
And AJ, think about this. How hard is it for you to go into a school that you don't know somebody and to teach children about poetry? How to read and write? It's so difficult for that. And you have teachers who have they wearing the same jeans all year round because they're trying to get stuff to help these kids. And you can't even go in there and help freely unless they got a connection in there for you.
Well, because, you know, when I was in Louisiana, when I was in Mississippi, there was this small town right outside of Mississippi, 95% black, a kind of poor town. So I decided I was going to go there. I met the students at University of Southern Mississippi. A little choir came down there. So I'm talking to the choir. I'm saying, okay, well, I'll come to y'all school and I'll do some. And they told me where the school was. The school was an hour away from me. They said, well, you know where down there? I said, I'm from Dallas. Nothing, an hour is far. So I drove to the school. I talked to the principal, told him, I said, well, I'm willing to do a series of 3 creative writing classes so you can see the value in what I do before I actually give you my rates. So when I went there and the first class was in there and people sitting in there, I go into class and what I did, first thing I did, I said, okay, I need every student, starting to my right over here, I need every student to stand up, tell me your name, your favorite color, and your favorite song, regardless of what the genre is. And sometimes I say your favorite cartoon. So when they get up and they say their name, and it's like people looking like they didn't even know their name. They say their favorite color. You see other people, oh, this is my favorite color too. So, and then when they say their favorite song, oh yeah, that's my song. So how it go? So now the whole class is listening, but when a student hears their voice in class, when a student hears their voice out loud amongst the other students, they're no longer afraid to raise their hands and no longer afraid to answer questions. So I got the whole class participating and teachers saying, I can't never get them to speak.
Yeah.
I said, because I got them to speak before. And then I tell them, I said, look, we're going to do a tongue twister. We're going to write a tongue. Who know tongue twisters? I get them said, I said, okay, so let's vote on the letter. So we pick S. I said, okay, so I want this row to come together and give me the first word in S, the next row. So we wrote all the words down. Okay, what's my favorite word? And so we created our own tongue twister. And then everybody wanted to say it, and everybody was laughing because they couldn't say it. And then after that, when I started teaching, the class was game. Everybody was involved. Everybody read whatever they wrote because
they know they can't.
Once they hear that nobody's afraid of their voice, nobody's laughing at them because they're all afraid of what public speaking is the most horrific job in the world. So many people are afraid of it because they don't know. I did that. My husband had an income so I could afford to buy things for my class. A single teacher wouldn't be able to afford to do that as easily, buy things. You were magic with those kids. No, Carolyn, but I'm saying I agree because it's so important that we understand that teachers need our support.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't just need our support; they need our support with, if you can afford it, and with the school sends out a sheet of paper saying, okay, this is what this class needs, this grade. If you can buy two of them, buy two of them.
Buy two of them.
Because there's going to be a student there that can't afford it. So there's things that we can do as individuals to help the teachers in the schools, but just by ourselves without saying, hey, I bought two.
Right.
No, just send two. But there's so many things that we got to understand amongst ourselves. See, what if we agree amongst ourselves and we're going to put this together and we're going to say, okay, so you're having problems with the school, so we need a new school board. Who's on your school board? What district do they live in? Okay, who around you wants to be on the school board?
Who knows what the school board does?
Yeah, what district do they live in? So when does the school board vote again? Let's start a campaign. So we can build from scratch all the things we need to change anything we need changing. We just forgot that we already know how to change it. We just keep asking other people to do that shit for us. Hey, can you vote for something? There's some potholes on my street.
Yeah, I could do it, but I think it'd be better if you did it.
Yeah, if you just gonna do it for me, Minnesota girl, what up? Yeah, and see the problem we have is we think our voices don't count. What I mean by voices, we think our votes don't count. I mean, we think our voices don't count, and we think our votes don't count. Maybe we think our voices and our votes don't count. Might be both of them.
Maybe we just don't think.
but we got to understand, until we actually come together and saying this is what we need. See, we always think that, okay, who's gonna be the leader? We don't need anybody to be the leader. We just need to know what needs to be done.
Right. That goes back to what we were just saying. Why I was saying Trump ain't do shit. Because then, okay, if Trump helped the economy, which he didn't sign the paperwork, what he did do, then he's responsible for George Floyd dying.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But not just that. When the argument by Republicans, even in the impeachment hearing, was that the Black Lives Matter protests were violent. Nobody said that the violence that started the Black Lives Matter protests was violent. See, they just want to get to a point where they can view us as less, not view us as fighting for something. See, we were fighting because we're tired of people killing us.
Yeah.
We're tired of having the same argument. We're tired of the police getting off. We're tired of them writing a check to the family a year or so later saying, okay, my bad. I ran for the school board and received very little support from our people. It was sad. But check this out, Laverne. Win a new time. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Where you at? Wherever you are, I'm going to find poets and people where you are. We're going to get them together. We're going to say, this is what we're going to do.
And this is what we
decide. This is what we're going to do.
That's it.
What we're doing.
That's it.
Because it's hard to get support when nobody know you're running. Because we had, what's the man name for North Carolina's running for office, city council?
Braxton Winston.
Braxton. See, Braxton said that he couldn't send out mailers because if he sent out one mailer, he has to send out a mailer in all the districts. That's what he has to do. So he didn't have the money to do it. So his campaigning ability is limited. So until we actually understand this whole process and say, okay, we got one person running over here, so we need all these IG people to send $5 to her campaign. All these people, I don't want the money to go through me. I want the money to go straight to her.
Right.
So money go to you, and you say what you need. So let's see if we can't get what you need.
Get what you need. Let's work on it.
Because our whole goal is to say that I don't care if you think your vote don't count. If we're friends, vote for me. I ain't asked you to do shit since I know you. I'm gonna ask you to do something once every 2 years, one day, to go and vote for me. And if you need me, I will Google who you need to vote for in your area and send it to you in an email.
Yeah,
I don't need you to do nothing but make sure you register. I would do all the rest of the work for you. I don't care, because it's that important to me that I need you to understand that if you can say 57-43 and you know what that vote means, that means that votes matter. If you know that Osloff and Warnock won in Georgia in a runoff election, but you don't know that 1 million people in Georgia didn't vote in November. But we was happy about the runoff, but we're not saying nothing about the 1 million people that didn't vote in November. You know, we know Trump won the election in 2016, lost by 3 million votes, but nobody would tell you 106 million people didn't vote in 2016 or registered voters.
You know, it's a damn shame that we still have to revisit this conversation that's right there for people to see. Now, we can tell you the latest challenge on fucking TikTok and IG.
Yeah. What? And it's not the shadow. What is it called? Silhouette. Yeah, silhouette challenge. You know,
challenge. Men doing the silhouette challenge. We can tell you that, but we can't tell you, you know, where they can go. We don't know where to vote until the day to vote, until the last day to vote.
No, we can tell you silhouette challenging, but we can't tell you who challenged in the Senate, the senator or the attorney general in your area that signed on the lawsuit to disavow 20 million minority votes. We can't tell you. You can't tell us that. If you don't know who, you know, I posted on my page every present senator in the United States Congress, in the Senate. I posted on my page a list of all 100 of them with phone numbers. I did that before the vote because I say there's going to be some people we need to contact.
Yeah,
we need to know where they are. We just found out somebody evidently called Cruz, told him, "Yo, man, you need to get out of Cancun, man. They know you're in Cancun and ain't no power in Texas." See, these people don't care.
They don't care,
and we watching them don't care, and we don't care that they don't care
because we're too busy saying, we just niggas. We ain't gonna be nothing but niggas." You know, that's our favorite line. That's our favorite line.
Yeah, these people don't care, and we don't care that they don't care. So until we actually say, look, I want you to do what you do, because people are worried about what Trump is going to do come 2022 for the Republicans. My suggestion is this: let's get some black people say, look, okay, I'm gonna need you to run on the Republican ticket because I don't want this seat unopposed no more. I'm gonna need you to run on this Democratic ticket because I don't want it to go unopposed no more. See, until we actually demand that we participate in the whole process of this United States government and make this country home like we say it is, it's not going to matter to us. And you're right, the phone cams do serve to keep people in check. That's why policemen turn the camera off, turn the phone off, because they don't want you to.
Anyway, it ain't nothing in the courtroom. Listen. I got a brother in prison right now with a signed affidavit and a voice recording saying that it was all a lie. And we can't get my brother out of jail. This judge said, oh, well, they wasn't sworn in, so we can't accept it. He heard it, all of it. Read the signed affidavit, everything. Oh, but, well, we can't accept it because they wasn't sworn in.
You know, John, I just had a conversation with somebody. It almost turned into an argument. Because I was trying to explain that last year, the Supreme Court changed the rules, created a brand new law, made it precedence that any person going to jail that wasn't a unanimous jury selection of them going to jail should have a new trial.
Wow.
But if you go back and look, see, Louisiana, about 20 years ago, made a law to where they could sentence people to jail. It didn't have to be a unanimous decision.
Didn't have to be.
There's a whole lot of black people that had 4 black people and 6 white people, and the white people sent them to jail. The hung jury, whatever. But what Kavanaugh said that he didn't think it should be retroactive. All the other Supreme Court justices say this is retroactive, which means that Louisiana has to go back and retry all these cases or let all these people go. But they're fighting it now, so they don't have to go through it. So there's a lot of things we don't know that's going on in this system that are good things, and a lot of things are bad things, and a lot of things we just ain't paying no attention to. Until we actually become involved like we're doing or bring these things up, maybe you can help. Maybe you know more shit than I know.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Come on in the show 10 times now. Me, Coach John Smalls and AJ Houston, we got 10 times now. You can come on here and teach us something. I got a stack of photos over here, a stack of pens. I write down whatever it is you want me to learn.
Okay. Now, AJ, here's the thing we got to remember about that. It's not that they don't want to go through the trouble of doing those trials over. They don't want to lose that free slavery. They don't want to lose that free labor. They don't want to lose that free labor.
You make it sound like Texas, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, it's bigger and better in Texas, ain't it?
Yeah, because that was my whole thing. A lot of people don't know it, because I tell you, the little 7-year-old girl that was in my house, she said she wanted to have coffee and conversation. Yeah. So we sit down. Her first question was, okay, why do Black people celebrate Juneteenth? So I pulled everything out. I told her, I said, look, Juneteenth is when General Granger and his soldiers came to Texas. Texas knew the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. That was just no force to make them abide by the ruling. So when General Granger came and said, look, y'all need to let these slaves go. So Texas let the slaves go, but in letting the slaves go, they said, okay, we're going to create a laundering law. So they let the slaves go, but the laundering law said, if you're stopped, if you're not on a mission to go somewhere, if you ain't got no job and we catch you, you can be locked up again and take back to the same plantation that you let you go from. So what they did is they knew. So imagine you've been on this plantation for 8 generations of your family.
8 generations.
Ain't nobody left. And they say you're free. Where are you going? What direction you walking?
Are you walking?
That's what
Let's talk about that part.
Yeah. What direction you going? Ain't no direction to go. You don't know.
AJ, wait. Let's back up, bro. Hold your comment for a minute. Just think about this. All of your family that you know of is buried here. You don't know nothing else outside of here. Are you not afraid to walk? Damn, are they serious? Should I pass the gun line, boss? Because goddamn it, you I mean, are they tricking me?
That I didn't think of it that way, but that is very, very important because you've seen people that look like they're trying to get away.
And you sitting here like you trying to cross the highway. You don't know if that car coming fast enough. If you're gonna make it look like you're playing double dutch with the girls, you doing this shit.
But Caroline, thank you so much. Tell your husband to come over here. I want to have a conversation with him too. But thank you so much for hanging. Enjoy your day with your honey and enjoy the movie. And I appreciate you. And type in here what movie you're going to watch. I might want to see it too. But enjoy your day. Yeah, I appreciate it. Now she said that she's enjoyed the conversation, but she's gonna go watch a movie and later.
Well, get that alone time. You better get it now. Trump liable to come back and take that away.
Now, but you were saying as far as being free from.
That's the next fucking poem I want to write too. Damn it, that's the poem I want to write. Let me go ahead and jot this down. Because think about that. Think about all generation after generation. Everything
is right here.
It's right here. You don't have a storefront, a farm. You don't have a barn house to walk to. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing but that plantation.
But John, the worst thing is they got corn growing on Sally over there. I'm just underneath the cornfield over there.
I'm just fucking done.
Oh no, that's a good thing. She say, "Who knows?" Just once. I asked her what movie. She said, "Who knows? He just wants my company." A good thing after 50 years. For sure, I agree with that. I pray for the same thing. I'm begging for the same thing myself.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I wake up and I don't like me. Shit, let alone somebody else like me. You ever wake up and be like, "Man, you still here, nigga? You saying
really like
went to the store, nothing. You right here."
No, but bring him on here. Let him come over here on next Thursday. Let him come on here next Thursday. Just sit down. Let him sit down with you. Listen to the conversation. He can type something in if he wants to talk about it. We'll talk about it.
And that's the key. Everybody who's on, invite somebody to come join the conversation because you'd be surprised the people that you are around immediately that have something to contribute to this that can teach us some stuff.
For real, you know. I think it's Iman. What up?
Because I'm all for learning. I want to learn. Don't keep it for me. Tell me.
Because my thing is maybe I'm not looking at this correctly. Maybe I'm looking at it a little like Josh say, scientifically, how much did you have to squint to see that? Maybe
how many times did you cut your pearls trying to figure out what the hell is going on here?
But what we need to know is how do we get past now? How do we get past right now? That's what we need. See, that's what our conversation is. How do we get past right now? Because right now is the problem. Right now is what we're facing. There's no other moment than now. So how do we get past this right now? We don't need a leader to get past right now. We just need to know what direction we need to go together. See,
we need to know anything.
Huh?
We need to know anything. Because obviously we don't know shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying everybody say who gonna lead us? See, that's been our problem the whole time.
Thanks, everyone. Listen, stay in touch. That's AJ Houston. Please stay in touch. You can send us messages through Facebook. This is not for us. This is for all of us.
And follow me on Facebook. I'm AJ Houston on Facebook too. So yeah.
And we're about trying to get into the community in a way we don't have to physically be there now. We can reach each other now. So let's be community and let's do something. But
if you want to run for school board again or whatever you want to run for, let us know when and where, and we will send messages to everybody I know from wherever city you're in, because we know somebody in all the cities.
Well, she's in Statesville, which is 25 minutes from me.
Okay, that's
where I'm at now. It's not far from me at all. So, in fact, what you can do is I'll get a whole parade to come over there. Damn it, we just come on there and we just treat it like the Capitol. We coming in here to demand our votes. Mm-hmm. No, we ain't doing it like the Capitol. But I'm just saying, we're here to support each other and let's build what we have. We ain't with them good old boy network stuff. But we need to break this infrastructure down by being a part of the infrastructure. Yeah. Stop thinking that we're gonna tear this shit apart. This shit been here for a long time. Gonna be here a long time. I'm
not saying I don't want to tear it down. I want to know. I want some black people to know that I need you around Republican in 2022.
Exactly.
I need you to run for that seat in Republican. It don't matter. If you say what you're about and that's what you're about, we're voting on your mission, not your mystery.
That's right. And hell, the blacks were Republicans first any damn way.
Yeah.
So maybe some of y'all didn't know that. We were Republicans first. And so maybe we need to take our monkey asses back over there because they seem to be the ones running the shit. We just not in there. And when we are in there, we brown nosing and Uncle Tom and So I don't care what position you're running in. Get the position, but when you're running in these streets, I want you running down Main Street. I want to see you down Martin Luther King Boulevard because that's always in the hood.
Was it not the Backstreet Boys? Is it Main Street?
I need you where I can see you.
Now, but I'm saying on a serious note, this is 10 times now, and really what we're talking about is that it is time for us to evaluate every moment that we're experiencing right now, so we can see exactly what's in it.
Yeah,
what's in it for us? Mm-hmm. How do we get past it? Is there anything in it for us? And if not, how do we change the structure of the moments we're in so it will be something for us?
Right. How do we do that? And somebody on this live might have that answer.
Yeah.
Or at least how we can begin to look at how to make that answer a real answer. And so it only comes with us having these conversations and talking about, let's just have these conversations. And then we start to move forward from there. The worst thing you can do is okay, I'll tell you what my dad told me. My dad said, listen, my dad always tell good stories, man. And maybe that's where I get it from. My dad said, listen, there's this man, all he did was read books. I mean, he had books, so many books in his house, wall-to-wall books. He had some books piled up on the floor. He used it for coffee table. He had books over there. His TV was on that. He said he had crates under his bed, and then the crates, the milk crates, filled with books that was holding his bed up just everywhere. He's tripping over books. And he said the man that had no company, he talked to people, he talked on the phone, he didn't write letters. He just went to the store, got his stuff, came back and read books. Listen, that man died, and all those books was in that house. And he said all that he learned, nobody got it. He didn't share it with nobody. He said, now I want you to think about that. What am I trying to say? If you got all the answers and you ain't sharing shit, you that man in that house with all them books, those are your best friends. Those are your cousins and your aunts. And you know what I'm saying? Share the information. I got a brother that's coming on. I got to send him another email. Wahadi, he's going to come on. He got some stuff to share with us. He just had to wait because he had some schedule changes. But I got to email him back because he's coming on to lay it down.
Okay.
He's coming on to lay it down. I can't wait for him to get back on here. I can't wait. But man, that's where we at, AJ. We got to share some shit, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, my father, man, we were at a family reunion in Greenville, Texas. Me and my cousins, we was all gangster. 14-year-old gangsters, as gangsters you can be at 14. So we all gangster. We got all these uncles, they at the house playing dominoes, cussing loud. My grandmother came outside. She said, hey, if y'all gonna do all that cussing in front of them kids, y'all need to go inside the house. They said, yeah, and then they kept playing and cussing loud. So my dad's finna go in the house. The screen door open up just a little bit, screen door open up a little bit like this. I'm trying to have my hand and open up a little bit like this. And she popped my dad upside the side of the head like this. And he said, hey, y'all, we need to move that table on side the house. All them big old grown people that beat our ass all the time got up, moved that table on side the house. And it wasn't nothing else said. It wasn't no question, wasn't nothing, wasn't no why you do it, wasn't none of that.
Nothing.
I was like, my grandmother's a bad mother husher. So we stole some beers and brother gave us a joint. So we went to the cemetery, way in the back. Not that you could see us. We're in the back, where you can't see us. And we back there drinking beers, passing the joint around, laughing and talking. And this car pull up, we thinking it's somebody else. My dad and some of his brothers get out.
Oh, man.
He walking straight toward me. So I passed the joint over, set my beer down, and I'm standing there. He called me. So we walking, he got his arm around my shoulder. We just walking through the cemetery. He ain't said nothing. I ain't said, and my dad ain't never, he ain't a quiet person. He would have cussed everybody out there. But we walked, and when we stopped, we was in front of this place. He said, you see these names? I knew all these people. He said they had big dreams. It was a lot they're gonna do. They're gonna do some big shit. I knew all these people. He said, but right now, they laying in the ground with some rocks on their chest, so they couldn't even get up if they wanted to. He said, so what you gonna do?
Wow.
And I'm standing there looking like this, and I'm just looking around, and I'm reading the names and reading the age, and I'm compiling the years that they lived and all this other stuff. So when I look around, my dad is gone, the car is gone. I don't know how long I've been standing there, but he also told me, he said, what if their dreams is laying slightly above that because they couldn't finish them? So can somebody come in here and get their dreams and finish them for them? So I'm standing there. I'm like, man. So when I started writing seriously, I'm like, there's some things I got to answer to. Yeah. There's some questions I need to answer because there's some dreams I must have picked up when I was walking through a cemetery or something that's someone back that I got to get rid of. I got to walk them to fruition now. Yeah. They ain't mine. Yeah. They ain't mine, but I got them. They're yours now. I got them, so they must be mine or something. They might not originated with you. Yeah. But I'm saying, but it was just when he told me that when he said they're laying there with rocks on their chest and they couldn't get up if they wanted to. Because my dad is probably one of the funniest people because I was probably about 7 or 8 when he told us, he said, me and my brothers, we would all go to this bar. We'd be walking through the graveyard on the way home, He said, and we was walking one day and, there was this hole. I guess they had dug a grave for somebody the next day. And there was somebody there, help. He said, they stopped and they were looking like, and they drunk. And they walked on around and said, help, it's cold. It's cold. He said, no wonder it's so damn cold. You kicked all the cover off you. All the damn cover, you kicked it off. You done kicked all the cover off you. I'm like, man. Damn. So we told the stories. We didn't know if it was something that actually happened. But when you look at that, what is that saying? Right? Because what I get from that's somebody who has all the time in the world and don't take advantage of it. Like you have nothing's holding you back. Yeah. And you just won't,
get up and do something. That's what I got from that. You know what I mean? Man.
No, but it was always, cause I get home from basketball, football, track practice. All my friends be sitting, my father be sitting on the steps. All my friends be standing around him while he's sitting there drinking beers and telling them stories. Cause they wanted to learn to talk shit to play the dozen. So when they go to school the next day, they can say something. Cause I ain't even play the dozen in school. I told him, I said, man, my daddy, Jimmy J. Houston. Y'all can't fuck with me playing the dozen. so why I'm gonna play with y'all? Y'all go and they be over trying to learn sayings from my dad. I'm like, man, y'all ain't even saying it right. Why don't y'all go talk to him? I'm not gonna tell you how to say
it. Man, I'll tell you one damn thing, man. I miss sitting around and being able to talk to the old heads, the OGs, listening to their stories and how the military changed them. And it's funny to think about how they talked about women and stuff like that too. That was always fun. I always got a kick out of that. But just to be able to sit around that kind of knowledge that today, it's there, but it doesn't exist. The young war against old so badly that it's embarrassing, and the young people don't want to hear. So, and what I've learned to understand this about young people, it's not that they don't want to learn some shit. They just know the shit you talking about ain't work for you. So why I'm wasting my time listening to it? Because we did the same shit. We repeated the same shit, except the stuff we needed to repeat. We should never stop boycotting. We should boycott somebody every month just because. Just to let you know where we stand. Every month.
But if we boycotted somebody and use that money to support our own community and stuff, we'd have Black Wall Street all over again.
We had the president walking down our street talking about what y'all need for next month.
Man, but
and I'm not talking about the president or CEO of a company. I'm talking about the one who's sitting in that black house. I mean, the nigger house. I mean, the White House, the house that the niggas built. They ask down your main street and ask you, what do you want? Because now they know you know what your power is.
The nigger house. Yeah. That one, yeah.
There's some niggas in that house. You better believe there's some niggas in that house. All the niggas run that house. You see them niggas when the niggas ran up in there, they ran up in the Capitol.
Yeah, with their flags and such.
Their flags. That's the real nigga flag. I don't know what you thought. The nigga flag is in the South. They showed you what a nigga. Let me show you what niggas do.
You think you got it bad. Cause I was the shocking thing to me was I heard people say that things were being taken from them the way they're taken from us, as though they were us.
As though they were us.
And I was like, you don't look black to me.
Yeah, but there's a title that they attached that don't really have nothing to do with color, and I just kept saying it 17 times, nigga. See, when you become a nigga, when they remind you that you a nigga, or when you got to remind them that you are one, because sometimes you got to do that,
Yeah, especially when because when they was telling the story of the black policeman that they gave them the Medal of Honor to, which I really think he deserved. I'm saying when they gave it to him, it was like he said he just broke down because he said, what America is this? And I don't think people understand that. As a soldier, I put up with a whole lot of shit that you shouldn't have to put up with from white people. Yeah. From white officers, from people that I know was prejudiced, and they sound prejudiced, they look prejudiced, and they was trying to be prejudiced. But I played it off because I'm like, okay, this is my job. But it was just, it's a horror story knowing that white people in powerful positions don't like black people.
Can't stand, hate black people. Let's say what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm saying, and then their job gives them the ability to not care.
Not about a damn thing. It's okay. In fact, this is part of your this is part of your damn okay, so who is this book? People are sending me Cash App for 9 o'clock and I don't know who they are. This is Betty sent for okay, this Betty sent for Brooklyn. Okay, so Betty got the link. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. But it's almost like um there's a litmus test for black folks.
Ooh.
How do you feel about black?
Well, tell them what a litmus test is.
I ain't telling you shit. Google litmus test. Here's the thing, Agent. We got to put them to work. We got to put them to work. I want. Listen. This is what I want. If y'all don't know something, ask me about it. We're going to Google it. We're going to Google it for you. Cause y'all make me mad sometimes. You know how our people do. We don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. Toss it over here to me. I figured out.
Yeah. I just want y'all to be able to do something.
Peace and soul. What up? But the thing is, a lot of times people say, if I don't know what it is, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna care. But so I think initially we start out saying, okay, this is this. This right here is that. So we're gonna go just like the homework we gave him. I didn't bring it up. We're just gonna give him a little more time, and then we're gonna talk about the homework.
Yeah, because they ain't got it.
We're gonna go through the 43 names and see how many of those 43 names included in your homework did you write down and not know it was one of the 43.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing. I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
That head shaking you doing is horrible, sir.
But I will tell you this. Miss Betty said there was Miss Betty, there was Venus, and there was somebody else who said, oh no, I saw when AJ posted all the senators and all the governors. They said they saw that. And I said, you know what? I'm glad y'all saw it because I didn't go look for it because I take AJ's word for it. If he posted it, it's up there. I don't gotta go check it. He sent y'all to go do something so we can have these conversations about it. Some people didn't do it. I guess that's why they're not here now.
What's up, quiet kid, man? What's up? Now, right now I'm talking to Coach Ja. This is 10 times now. We got a guest coming on in a little bit. But the whole thing is I posted all the senators in the Senate right now. Yeah. Their names, the states, their phone numbers. So the homework was for everybody to go see who your senators are from your state. Each state has 2 senators. Each term is 6 years. The term might be staggered. So one of the senators might be up in 2022 or 2024. So I wanted you to know which senator was which term was up, and if one of those fall in the 43 people that voted no on the impeachment. So because we need to know what states we need to sit down and target all this information to.
Right.
Because we got a mission. We got a mission in 2 years. We got a mission this year.
Yeah.
For the city councilman running in North Carolina. We got a mission right now. Because we need to show that we can actually do something from the distance. Because, white people have always sent money in campaigns because, we had 2 black people running for president and they fell out the race because they couldn't get enough money to run. Then we had some rich black people saying, what's your black agenda? And it was, to me, I didn't want to bring it up because it was problematic, because if you wanted a black agenda, you could have paid for a black agenda.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We could have had a black agenda, but you don't wait till there's 2 people left that ain't black. And say, what's your black agenda? See, that's kind of what we've always done. Say, okay, master, what you gonna do for me? Nothing. Get on back there to the.
Hurry up and get back there too.
To the hut.
I don't know, AJ, man. I don't know.
Because it's time that we actually create an agenda for ourselves. We don't need anybody to tell us what we need to do. We already know that if you can quote 5743, votes count. So I don't have to tell you your vote count. So you need to know if you're registered in your state. When is the last day to register in your state? If your family members that have age are registered in your state, if the neighbors around you are registered in your state, can you get a stack of registrations and pass them out in your neighborhood? And is there a self-addressed stamped envelope on the back like it is in some Texas places? So let's see what we can do to start where you are and move beyond the realms of your domicile and try and make this shit work.
Let's do something. At the end of the day, we got to damn do something. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just create our own agenda. We don't need somebody to tell us, okay, what y'all need to do over there.
Right? How the hell?
Throw your hands in the air and point like you just.
Hey, that's like me coming in your house. I step in the door and I say, "Well, you need some eggs." I ain't even open the refrigerator. You need some bread. You need to, you need it. I ain't even been in your house. We don't need nobody to tell us what we need. You don't know what you need. IG, do you not know what you need in your house, on your street, in your grocery stores? You know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation. Somebody was telling me that they spent $108 in 5 bags of food. 5 bags. You go to the store and fill up a shopping cart with $108. They spent 5, and that's because it was organic foods. So you mean I can? It's easy and cheap to kill my motherfucking ass, but it's hard to stay alive. It's gonna cost me to stay alive.
No, but ask them to Google organic and see what's the criteria in the United States to have your food labeled as organic. There's a lot of things you're supposed to follow, but not everybody's following because they don't have enough people to go and investigate to see if you're following all the rules to call your food organic. I'm
not even gonna look it up. God damn.
I'm saying, so I discovered that because I was a vegetarian for like 7 years, man, and I quit because when I had sons and they eat a whole bunch, boys eat a whole bunch of food, and you can't just be going out here buying all this vegetarian food, and they need more than vegetables.
Oh yeah, a whole lot more. A whole lot more.
So, but when you understand that there's rules and regulations that a lot of people aren't abiding by to follow the rules to make it up, to stamp organic on their product. There's a lot of companies that pay, like there's the chicken farms, the chicken farms when they say, okay, these are grass-fed chickens. Check this boneless chicken out. And I told them I can't, I don't do the boneless wings. Because when we were first together, me and Faye, we rode to this restaurant. She said, I want some boneless wings. So when we got to the window, I said, excuse me. I said, but can you give me a bag of the bones you took out of the wings that you give me? Because I just want to make sure that each of those wings, the bones are accounted for, because I can't see no chicken running around the farm with no bones in it. How's it going? Are there sticks where they just holding up the chicken? I can't see chicken with no bones in it. So I don't know how you're going to do some boneless wings unless you show me the bones you took out of the wings.
And then let's think about it like this. It don't even look like they pulled it off the bone.
Yeah, it looked like they ground it up all together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even look like they had no bone
pieces. No chicken parts and pieces. You have no idea what you're eating.
AJ, man, what is the McNugget?
That there. That's it there. No, what's the McRib?
The McRib.
The same thing as McRib when it's out of season.
One got barbecue sauce and the other one got bread in it.
Exactly.
I don't eat pork anyway, but I just a McRib never was tasty in my eardrum. It never sounded like it was something I wanted to eat. And
when you discover what all these things are made of, and then they don't have what they're completely made of. They have a list of things that could be in it.
And then half of it you can't pronounce.
Yeah, I'm saying they got a list of things that could be in it. Because when I was vegetarian, I used to read it. It said RPC red dye number 3 is in here. I'm like, so why is there red dye in this not red?
Right.
I didn't understand why all these other parts were in here that didn't make.
Yellow dye number 5. Your food is brown. Glowing in the dark.
But the thing is, so
wait. Miss Betty said a McRib and McNugget can be a Mac rat leg. A Mac rat leg. Miss Betty.
A Mac rat. Yeah, a Mac rat leg. That makes sense. My joy, what up?
Listen, y'all, it's almost time for the show. Tonight, man, we got a poemathon with AJ and Mr. Wicks. if you don't know who these two poets are, first of all, you already got a problem. Secondly, you need to figure out why you got that problem. And third of all, you need to be your ass in the Zoom. Because I'm telling you, and you need to have you a pen and get you a couple of pens in different colors. So you know when when God's speaking to you, when you write it in red, okay? Because you're gonna hear everything tonight. And I'm telling you right now, I got my pen, my pad's ready over here. I'll be typing some shit.
Okay, Jock, we're finna go, but I'm gonna get this to you so you can have it.
Okay.
So this is for the people, and it's from the book. What if there were no titles? Ain't no titles in the book, so I can't give you a title if I wanted to. But it's page 327, so they let you know there's a lot of pages in the book.
A lot of pages in there. Dang.
Page 327 says, "I've kept all the pieces of dreams, broken accidentally on purpose. No one arrives on this earth with knowledge of how to hold a dream properly without breaking an edge or a corner, without snapping it clean in two. I've broken many myself, prefer to claim it accidental. Wanted to see what it was made of. In the beginning, we're so fragile, could shatter at first doubt. I keep filling empty pages with hopes and wishes most will mistake for a poem. Some may read as a prayer. Either way, I'm sending them to heaven. In the slightest case, they turn out to be both. I hear hope is for sale. It costs too much. You can't barter for it. Can't do much with it unless you decide to put in the pain. Only then will hope become a dream, and dreams can become your purpose. If you run fast enough with it strapped to your chest. I think I read somewhere about the winds of change. Stated if you didn't know change was coming, we are not aware. It was probably needed. Change is what you do for yourself when you need some better to combat some worse. When you know 911 is the number to call when you break yourself, because help ain't coming. You will find belief in the healing powers of love and loving yourself and letting go. You can find your strength and possibility and faith in walking and running. You can't arrive to any destination or desired location until you begin to move. Be sure to move on purpose, to run toward purpose. Hold on to your dreams and never let go. As sure as the sun will shine tomorrow, help isn't on its way. Help ain't coming. It has always been you against you."
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So it's us against us.
Us against us.
It's us against us. And we better start doing something, because it's what, 2021?
Last time I checked. Last damn time I checked, it was.
And 2021 and 2022 ain't far away. And that's when you're voting for some senators and some of these positions that turned to 43 and to 57. Some of these people that said they don't care about you. Some of these people that's trying to change the law so you can't vote again. Some of the people that's saying that, hey, we don't care if you can't vote. We don't want you to vote. We want you to have a better ID. We want to make sure that you can't, if COVID is still going on, you can't mail in no ballot. Mail-in ballots killed us last time.
They ain't never been none of my problem. That's what they say.
For real. They don't care. Alejandro, what up? Now, but see, it's time for us to understand that our mission has to be described and written by us.
Say it again, because I don't think they heard you.
Our mission has to be described and written by us. We can no longer tell somebody what it is we need to do. We can no longer abide by somebody else's rules or wishes. We need to find out what's best for your community, for my community, for his community, for their community. And we need to put together a plan to do the best we can do for all these communities that we live in, because we need to help each other build a better place, build a better house, a better home.
I'm saying, are your knees not scraped up enough? Them sores and the gene probably ain't run out in the knee yet. All that praying you're doing, it ain't doing nothing else about it. I'm not telling you not to pray. But damn it, if you've just been praying and ain't nothing changed, there's an element missing from that prayer.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes prayers are like a black woman's tears. They ain't worth nothing but the floor that they just leak on after they run off the dress.
Well, see, I heard prayers work when your feet and prayer has the same beat.
We got the same beat. Come on. When they hear the same song,
yeah,
they can do the same waltz. You know, When you don't need a partner because you are your partner.
Yeah. When your feet and your prayers have the same beat, then you might get some work done. But we can't walk around here talking about, let's pray about it. No, okay, you pray about it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what we need to do, but we need to be about it.
Because somebody ain't gonna get no heaven.
But there ain't gonna be that much heaven to go around. Huh?
That much heaven to go around. Heaven is 800 miles away. You gotta walk there. What you gonna do?
Really? And you won't even walk to the store.
Won't even walk to the store because it's snowing outside. Yeah. Or it's raining. I'll tell you one damn thing, it is raining, it's cold. But if I'm hungry, and the cold ain't gonna keep me from going to that damn store if I ain't got nothing to eat. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not gonna be hungry. I don't like that. That hunger pain. When your back is suing your stomach for your stomach is suing your back for back child support, that ain't no fun. That ain't no fun.
Hey, everybody on here, check this out. I'm finna go put on my Wits clothes. Finna go get ready.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes, man.
You gotta come in. You gotta come in and check it out, because man, I am so excited, and I don't even know how to tell y'all that it's gonna be that kind of evening, that kind of event that you need to pay attention and you need a pen. I'm bringing my pen and pad because I need to take notes.
There's gonna be a whole lot of attention paying going on tonight. That I can guarantee. If you ain't paying attention, I don't know what to tell you. Your ears ain't working. Your ears ain't working.
So yeah, for sure. Come on in.
Yeah.
Buy your $10. Get your information. We're giving a raffle. There's a drawing. One drawing. 3 books. 2 items of clothing from Granny's Boys line, from Granny Boys Gear. You can get 2 of my books, whichever 2 books you don't have, whichever 2 books you want. 2 books. Massport's book is in there. So we're gonna have 3 books and 2 items of clothes that you can't get for $10. But if you like this, share this page, send this link out. Each one of those is an entry. So we're gonna have a drawing. Somebody's winning all 5 items tonight. Somebody's gonna get all 5 of them.
Man, can I get in the entry? You take my 10.
It's kind of like the lottery. You can't be over the lottery and win the lottery too. So.
Well, look, let's get ready. We got about 15 minutes, and we get ready to get it on. AJ, man, I love you, brother. I'll see you in a few on Zoom.
For sure, man. Love you, man. Love you. We finna get this. Let's get it.
You ain't go down. We ain't gonna be on IG Live. You ain't gonna get no free nothing. Get your ass in the Zoom. And if you miss it, you hear about it later.
On Zoom, you hear about it. You see it on Netflix.
Oh. That part.
If you pay it, and see, Netflix is gonna cost you $13.99, so it's gonna be more than $10. So y'all just pay the $10 and come on in here.
And you can't even watch the freaky porn on there because Netflix don't do that. Let me get out of here. AJ, look, man, I'll see you in a few minutes, man, on the Zoom, brother. I love you.
Okay, man, love you, man. Can't wait, man.
I'm starting to sweat all over again.
Can't wait, man. Peace, man. I'll see you in a minute.
I'll see you in a few.
Peace.
Listen, man, everybody who was here,